Good evening, viewers, and welcome to Ytc in Aruka. We are here today for the 11th staging of the Ytc Invitational Football Fiesta. We're going to be here for the better part of the day. We're going to bring you all the action. We're going to talk to Prison Officer Ian Antoine, the man who is responsible for this event here. Has started since 2006, and he has really pushed to get the lads here at Ytc to showcase their talent against other teams. We had in the past Joe Public, Mapo, Defense Force, a lot of the colleges league teams were in here. So this is a tournament that we all look forward to every year, Ytc Invitational Football Fiesta. So we're going to take a short break. When we come back, I'm going to chat with Mr. Antoine to find out, about the process and the years that he has been running this league inside Ytc. I know this year they had some challenges. We're going to hear all about that. And then we're going to bring you the grand finals and prize giving right here at Ytc. So stay tuned, we'll be right back after this break. Viewers, and welcome to the Youth Training Center here in Aruka, and we are here because today we celebrate the 11th anniversary of the Ytc Football Fiesta. And I have with me here Ian Antoine, Prison Officer Ian Antoine, the man who is partly responsible. Well, I know there are other people involved, but I think the brainchild behind the whole idea from 2004 is his idea. And again, let me welcome you to ACTN.
Thank you very much.
We have been covering this fiesta for a number of years, and we have seen that it has grown from strength to strength. A lot of people is not aware fully of the caliber of players that has passed through the institution and also coming in here to give these guys some exposure. But before we get into that, tell me a bit about the idea, how it came about.
Well, first of all, it's from 2006, right? That was the inception of the tournament.
Okay.
And the idea came to me as one of the football coaches in Ytc. I look at the boys and I listen to them talking, they're reading the newspapers and they're reading about other youth players on the outside representing Trinidad, seeing them going abroad and playing, and they look at these players as idols. So the idea came to me, why not bring these players to Ytc? Not only to interact with them, but to play with them, play against them as well.
Yeah.
So I decided to go to the superintendent with the idea of hosting a football tournament, a one-day football tournament. And well, he gave it his blessings, and that is where from the word go, we hit the ground running with the Ytc Football Fiesta. Now, in the early stages, it was a challenge because we had no experience hosting an event like this. So we had to go out and as things come along, we just go with the flow, go with the current, as the saying goes. And I was involved with Joe Public at the time. So luckily, I had interaction with a number of coaches from other pro team youth coaches. So I spoke to them, they liked the idea. I spoke to Mr. Suklal, who's also a prison officer. He was also a coach at Joe Public. And we came together and we put together the Ytc Football Fiesta. And from there it was well accepted, We had as much as 16 teams, going through the phases. We had a lot of celebrity players coming in looking because people just hearing about it. And the good thing about it, we don't charge any registration fee.
Okay.
So what we say is an invitational tournament, meaning that by invitation only.
Okay.
And over the years, popularity rose so much that people started calling and asking when is the tournament they want to take part, they want to be part of the tournament. And because of the interaction with the boys and the players from the outside, you know, it really motivates them to use sport as a mean or a medium to better themselves, you know. So they push themselves, and because of that, after we started having boys playing with teams on the outside,
yeah,
Super
I
League
remember when I
teams.
came here, there had a couple playing with Joe Public and some other
Defense Force,
Jablotey.
yeah. At one time we had about 8 or 9 boys going out to train with these teams. You know, and at that time in Ytc there was a hype, you know, because when the other boys see these boys going out and they come back and they're talking, you know, they want to. So discipline-wise, you know, things started to raise the morale of the boys because they're interacting with people out there, you know, they feel wanted, they feel important, and they realize that outside of crime, you know, that there's hope. There's hope.
So looking back over the years, you will have to admit that it has been a successful venture, and on top of that, it really has borne fruit.
Yeah. It has borne fruit. It has borne fruit, and it has been a successful venture. But as I said, there were challenges, but challenges, we all have challenges in life, you know, and if we let the challenges hamper us, or we jump over those hurdles, you know, it will just fail, it will just be failure. But because we want betterment for the boys, we overcome these challenges.
What are some of the areas that you feel that, you know, if there are people who are actually viewing this program, that on the outside, that, you know, we can be able to assist to make this program even better than what it is today?
Well, one of the main challenges over the period of it is funding, financial funding. On the inception of the tournament, we got funding from the sports company, and as time goes along, you know, sometimes you go back to the same institution and they said, we're not responsible for you again. You have to go to this institution and you have to build a whole new relationship again.
I see you go in a circle.
Yeah, because they don't know the history of the tournament and the history of Ytc hosting the tournament. And then next 2 years again, they say, no, we're not responsible.
You have to go again to somebody new.
So it has changed from sports company to Ministry of Sports, now to community development. They say is responsible for the hosting of the tournament. We have other organizations, other groups come together to help with the success of this tournament, and they give freely, and we have to thank God for them as well. You know, because sometimes the government institutions say we don't have no money, the economic situation, we can't help all of this, and then other people come together and they host and they help us to host the event. Things like trophies, medals, you know, refreshment for the officials.
Everything has a cost.
Everything has a cost, because we have trophies and medals plus cash prizes. So we have official referees as well too. Once you're playing for money, you must have official referees. They can't bring any and anybody to referee, or it will have conflict. You know, and things like as I said, refreshment for the official thing for them, because it's whole day. Whole day we played. And the finest detail, if you leave out the finest detail, the whole tournament could crumble. The whole thing could crumble.
And you know where there's a competition, how people tend to gravitate, you know, so you have to have all your things in place.
You must have.
I know this year you weren't all that comfortable with how it turned out this year, but we still need to thank God that it came out. What's your view on this year's tournament? I know you're not satisfied based on from where the tournament started through the years?
Now,
Yeah.
Well, this year is the least amount of teams we ever had. 5 teams, as I said in the past, we had amount of 16 teams, 12 teams. So we could be able to manage the tournament properly. This year was real challenging, real challenging. The main factor is funding. We canceled the tournament about twice. And then because of that, calling the team and say cancel, then calling them back, say again, hey, no, it's on. Calling and saying cancel. You know, team get this
It could be a deterrent to the teams and then.
Yeah. And then the whole aspect of the football season. We tend to host the tournament out of the football season in the country. So we'll have a full complement of teams taking part.
Yeah.
But because we hosted it late this year, a lot of the teams are tied up.
Yeah.
In their own competition, their own tournaments. You know, so it kind of difficult to get the teams. When they call them, they say, no, well, we have games. And it was a problem with the referees too, because official referees we're using, I know they have their commitment also to their, whether it's Pro League, Super League, whatever zonal football they're playing. All right, as I said, finance was a major contributor to the tournament not being so successful.
But it came off.
It came off. It came off.
I know that over the years there were a lot of people who assisted you, who, if you really want to mention, you know, a couple of them who really stood by you through the years to get this over.
Firstly, there's Vemco, Mr. James Robinson. He's now the branch manager of Vemco, and from the inception of the tournament, he was very generous, you know, supplying Gatorade, send our staff up here and on the spot cold Gatorade, plus give us a few hampers and stuff like that. Kenny Sports Center, Miss Carol, there was a time when they matched the cash prizes. So the first place would have been $3,000, and they matched that with a $3,000 voucher. From Kenny's. Also the second place, third place, and the special prizes. And the voucher was for any Kenny's store. So you could go on and take anything there for the equivalent of the voucher. The Referees Association, they always assist us. You know, they always come on board and they assist us no matter what, and we are very thankful for them. Basically, that is about the Ministry of Sports. You know, we go to them sometimes, we go to the Ministry of Sports short notice, last minute, and they
still come forward.
They hustle up, hey, I look some trophies, look some medals, you know, and help us to pull it together. Well,
we all have these struggles when we put on something that we know is beneficial to others. But as I said, it came off, and we have to look forward to the 2018 edition, right? Which we hope and we pray that it will be it will come back to its normality.
Because this year we as I said, we're not satisfied. So next year we are planning from now to have a massive tournament next year. So we are starting the planning from now to make sure that the Ytc Football Fiesta next year will be a memorable one. It have a number of things that in mind.
That you want to implement?
Yeah, that we want to implement.
And you're ever so determined because of this year?
Yeah. We want to try and see if we could get a national team to come and take part. Even team from within the region as well too. We want to try and if we could contact some other institution from
youth country.
Other youth institution. And so we have to put that in place from now on. If they have a football team, bring that team. You understand? So all that is in the planning stage from now on.
Well, you heard it there from Prison Officer Ian Antoine, the man who spearheads this program alongside with his other officers and volunteers. We are here at Ytc. The first round of football has finished now, so we know exactly who is in the semi-finals and who is going to be playing for third and fourth place and the grand finals. And I think we are going to have a new champion this year. That game is between YTCA and Malik.
No, Pacemakers.
Pacemakers.
Yeah.
Okay, so the finals will be between YTCA and Pacemakers. So let's hope that YTC can keep the trophy home. But Mr. Agwin, this was a pleasure, and it was a pleasure. And let me wish you all the best. And as I said, ACT and X25 is always here to support you.
Okay, sir. Thank you again very much.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we go straight to the field, third and fourth place, and the grand finals and prize giving ceremony right after. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this short break.
So we had no incidents or injuries or anything like that. Discipline-wise, everything was exceptional. So I congratulate everybody. Right, but you know, all good things must come to an end, and we could only have one winner, right? But in the end, everybody are winners. Right. So the first award we're going to give out this evening is the Most Disciplined Team Award. And that is going to YTC B team, the team in green. We have a trophy for the most goals. That is the person that scored most goals in the
tournament, and that goes to Marcus Chandu from Pacemakers. We'll ask Mr. Vishnu from the Ministry of Sports to hand it out. Apart from the trophy, we also have a cash incentive of $250. The next award will be the MVP. Listen, next award is the MVP, or the most valuable player. Now, that award is decided among the referees because they are on the field and also the officials. And it was unanimously decided that Elijah Allen from Ytc will receive that award. The award is being given out by Mr. Vishnu, representative from the Ministry of Sports. There's also a cash incentive of $250. $250 to go. 3 awards to go. First, second, and third place. Now, these trophies were donated by the Ministry of Community Development and Social Services. Third place goes to Malik Senior Comprehensive. Give them a round of applause. Mr. Gary Prescott will be giving out the award. Let's give them a round of applause. Okay, so we're moving along to second place. And that trophy goes to Ytc A team. B team, sorry, Ytc B team. Ms. Devines will be giving out the award. Give them a round of applause. And finally, first place. First place, as I said, there can only be one winner. First place goes to none other than Pacemakers FC. Give them a round of applause. Brian Hutchinson from Pacemakers.